Don't worry about me. I'm going where I always wanted to go, and when I get there, I'll be saying a prayer for all of you.
All of these people had things they wanted to do for us, whether it be set up a schedule to bring food over for my kids, take a turn watching my kids, and take a turn up there at Mayo Clinic.
I think being hospitable is taking care of those that need help. When somebody needs something and you can help them, you need to help them.
In this video, you're going to see people who've made appointments with God. And during those appointments, they've shared their hearts with our Lord. And at times, they've walked away different. There are other times where these appointments were harder to keep, but they persevered in prayer. As you watch this video, keep in mind that our Lord wants to have an appointment with you as well. The second pillar of stewardship is prayer, an encounter with God.
Jesus in the scriptures, the witness that we have there, is the example of his own prayer. I mean, he was God, and still he needed to pray. I find that amazing. It's as if the Lord knew that we were going to need that kind of support and assistance.
Since I was a small child, I was drawn to adoration. We did not have adoration regularly in our parish church, but we had back then 13 and 40-hour devotion, where a particular 1 or 2 days were set aside for this beautiful experience of coming to church and sitting before the Lord in the Blessed Sacrament. And I remember as a small boy being very enamored by that and drawn to that, and the closing of that was always extremely beautiful and moving for me.
The third pillar of stewardship is formation, the intentional forming of men into disciples. This week you're going to watch a film of a high school football team who at one point they really focused on winning. That focus slowly changed to a bigger picture, heaven. As you see this, you're going to get to see the third pillar of stewardship, formation, and the idea of intentionally forming disciples and the extraordinary results when men come together with a common goal and a common vision, much bigger than anything this world can provide, heaven.
Prior to the 2012 football season, I mean, we were like every program. We wanted to win a state championship. And I don't know what it was. We changed what we were about. Our identity was always to develop boys to men. But at that point, we felt like there was a bigger mission.
Get out, spin more.
So we came up with, we're going to get these kids to heaven. That's our goal. That's our priority. And the wins have taken care of themselves, and I truly have a coaching staff that cares more about the kids than we do winning games.
Teacher called us and said a little girl shared in class today that she had gone to the best restaurant and everyone was so nice, and we felt like, oh my gosh, that says we did what we were out to do, to make her feel special, to serve her. And I think it's just the feeling and the love that's in the atmosphere, and that everyone knows they're here for that mission to serve.
The Lord's Diner serves whoever walks through the door. There's no boundaries on that. There's no qualifications. Whoever shows up gets fed.
Bishop Gerber's vision of the Lord's Diner that's really being lived out to this day is that we just serve a meal to anybody who comes in without asking any questions of them.
It makes the most sense for us to end our series where we started, the small community of Pilsen, Kansas, an ordinary community which gave us an extraordinary role model.